Hello! First off, I want to say thank you to everybody who sent me messages and everything over the weekend. If you didn't see, I was attempting to do the Hadrian's Wall walk in one go, which is 84 miles. I was going to try and do it in like 36 hours or less. That was what I worked it out it would probably be if everything went all right. And I had to stop at 40 miles because I was tired. I was in a field and I couldn't find my way out of it. And it was dark and I just lost my head. I wasn't that far off the path. I could easily find it if I had have thought about it, but my head just went. So I was just like, right, it was warm enough. So I was like, right, I'm just going to keep down until the sun comes up. So I had a lot of people send me messages and everything to say, I'm gutted for you. Hi, Kurt. I had a lot of people send me messages and that to say, oh, I'm gutted for you. However, I'm not gutted about it. Okay? I was talking to the guys this morning about it and they said, so what happened at the weekend? And, and they're like, oh, really sorry to hear what happened. And I was like, I can kind of see it as a positive as well. Because I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't a challenge. There's no point in saying, right, I'm going to go and do it and then being able to just do it like that. I knew it was going to be tough. It was tougher than I thought it was going to be because I've done a 72-mile one before. So I just thought, I'll be able to do it. It'll be fine. And I underestimated it. One, it was really hot. So I sweated loads and I was tired and I was struggling to breathe as well for some reason. I don't know why. The second thing was it was just really flat and it was all on roads for the first 10 hours. Which is really soul destroying. When I did the Cotswolds Way one, I was like walking up and down hills and there was lovely views and it keeps your mind occupied. With this, it was just, I could see, there was some straight roads and I could see like 2 miles in front of me. And I was just like, I've just got to walk all that. And it's not very mentally stimulating, which is really hard to deal with. So, it was completely different to when I did the Cotswolds Way. And from the very start, I felt tired. So I was like, this is going to be a struggle. So I'd already started to doubt whether I could do it in the first few miles, which doesn't help. And then, so to compare this to when I did the Cotswolds Way as well, when I had a similar situation at 2 o'clock in the morning on the Cotswolds Way and I couldn't find where the path was, but I managed to keep myself composed and then eventually I found it and then carried on. With this, I just kind of said, right, that's it, I can't carry on. And like I say, it was warm enough, so I had a Bergen, I just put that down. I found a couple of big rocks, which kind of provided some shelter from if there was any wind or anything. There wasn't too much, but it was warm enough, it was okay. And just put my Bergen down, lay down, got everything on, got myself all nice and warm. And just lay down. So that was about midnight. So I was 16 hours in. I was 40 miles in. So I was cracking on at a decent pace. But I just lost my head. So I stayed there for 4 hours until the sun came up. And then I was luckily 3 miles away from Haltwhistle train station. So I just wandered down to there. So I got there at 4:45 in the morning. And 5:30, 4:45, something like that. Took a slow mosey on down, had a little bit of a look around, and then the next train was at 9:20. So I had to sit there for 3.5 hours as well. I was very tired. So there's positives in it. There's positives in it because it was a challenge. If I'd have just done it and been like, right, I've done that, it's like, right, what's next? What's next? It was a challenge. And it's made me realise that, I underestimated it. Because I thought, it'll be quite flat as well. And that's actually harder. I'd rather it was up and down because then it keeps you occupied. It keeps your mind occupied. If it's just flat, it's kind of very boring. Probably like what this video is. But anyway, there you go. So I had a few people as well. A couple of people on my programs and stuff were like, how did you not lose your head? How did you not freak out when you're in the middle of somewhere and you can't find, you're technically lost? So you just have to doss down. And I was like, I was prepared for that. I was prepared to do that. I was saying to the guys, I said, well, what happens? Like, you haven't got anywhere to stay. What happens? I said, the worst that can happen is I have to just keep down somewhere. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't want to have to do that, but I did it, and I didn't freak out. I was perfectly composed. You know, and this is the kind of thing when you've, you know, I knew I had the fitness, I knew I had the mental strength and everything that I've been working on for the last few years. So I just knew it wasn't going to be an option to freak out, because it doesn't help anyone. And it just would have made everything worse. So yeah, I think it was a great lesson. It was a great lesson. So, just thought I'd let you know that. So all the people who've wished me well and said, you know, what they're good for me, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But I'll have another go at some point. I'm doing a South Downs Way walk. That's a supported walk with 3 other people. And Tom Jones, not that one, who's in BKSIC, is doing it with me as well, because 2 people dropped out. So me and him have stepped up, and we're going to do it. And that's a 100k walk along the South Downs Way. But that's with me and him, 2 other people. And that's a supported walk as well. So I'm doing that in July. So, yeah. There you go. Anyway, just to say thank you for all your messages, and I'll talk to you soon.